So this morning when I got on TikTok, I was greeted by one of the most horrendous videos I've seen in a really, really long time. If you keep up with the MMA world, you've probably seen Rampage Jackson and his son Raja, but a bunch of shit has happened with Raja, and I want to go through the series of unfortunate events that led up to this crazy shit that happened. So first off, the other day they were in sparring, and Raja got kicked in the fucking head with a spinning kick, and everyone was talking about that, about how that was so wrong and whatever, and Raja got to get back to that guy, picked him up and slammed him in the sparring room, and he solved that fucking issue. Few days later, I'd be damned, Raja goes to attend this pro wrestling event, and when he's going up and pulling up to meet everybody, because I guess I don't even know how he was attending, if he was like actually going to work with them there or what, but he goes backstage to meet all the wrestlers and stuff, and one of the particular wrestlers takes a beer can after they're talking for a second, and he hits him in the side of the head with it.
What, you don't know me?
Hell no. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's a little... Oh, you don't sell it? Easy.
Hard enough where it broke the fucking beer. He grabbed his head and kind of did the wrestler shit, where it doesn't really injure you, but I mean, it spilled beer on him, and it's disrespectful. Here's where it gets confusing. Raja gets really pissed off, having a bit of an altercation. Well, then everyone around him kind of chills it out and like, hey, we know, Raja, chill out. We know you'll do whatever to him, so just chill, calm down. It's not that deep. He's an older man, too. He's like probably fucking 40, 50, a little bit gut belly, too. So then a few minutes later, as time goes on, everything simmers down, and the guy that hit the beer on his head, he's like, hey, I'm sorry. Look, I thought we were working.
I apologize. I appreciate it.
I didn't know. I thought you were at work first. Don't see my wheel. You still got the camera.
I get it. We're working out. Well, he's going to come out on your mat, too. I know you keep thinking we're working. We're always working.
I get it. Yeah. I get it now. Now you know
what I'm saying, Os? We're always working.
I thought you were working with us, so, I got really confused, and I apologize. Oh, shit, he was real respectful about it. Really good guy. Raja obliged. They shook hands, and everything fucking settled. I guess in some time between that, it was discussed that Raja could get in the cage with him and I guess fucking slam him. I don't know if that was a part of the plan or what, but it was something where he could get in the cage and have a little bit of interaction, take him down and hit him once or twice, but real hits, because Raja said this. So 30 minutes later, in the middle of the bout they're doing, in the fight they're doing, which I don't keep up with wrestling, I don't really know how to talk about it, Raja, right before he jumps in the cage, is like, hey, they said I can jump in. They said I can get real hits on him. I'm going to hit him as many times as I can. And that's a horrible fucking thing to say when it's followed up by Raja jumping in the cage, power bombing the pro wrestler, literally lifting him over his head, slamming him down on his head, knocking him out cold with the slam alone. And then Raja gets on top of him and proceeds to waylay on him for probably 20 of the hardest punches I've ever seen thrown on an unconscious person ever. I mean, his dad's Rampage Jackson. He can hit hard. All hell breaks loose. Like, there's a wrestler that jumps in on Raja, and then, the ref is trying to freak out and whatever. Everyone's freaking out because obviously this wasn't planned to happen. Maybe one or two blows, but it wasn't planned to have fucking 30 shots rain down on top of him. Now, here's where I'm firstly confused. Why did they not stop Raja after about the third or fourth lick? That's complete, like the hardest fucking punches you've ever seen. Why did they not jump in sooner? I don't know why they let it go on for so long, and then nobody jumped in to help the pro wrestler. He didn't have a friend in that fucking cage. There was no proper ref. The ref wasn't doing his job. And I know wrestling's different, but still, for the well-being of people, if some stranger jumped in the cage and did that, they're supposed to take care of that. You can't let a stranger jump in. But even if Raja was planned to get in the cage, after so long, after so many hits or whatever they are, why are you not jumping in instead of just yelling, hey, 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 hey? It's not going to stop him. So I think it's also a little bit of the fault of the ref and the other wrestlers around why they let Raja hit him that many times. You're not supposed to do that shit. You just don't. That you're taking away the safety of everybody, even if Raja was planning to get in the cage. 1. 2, Raja went way overkill because I don't know why he hit him that many times. There's no reason in whatsoever world to hit him that many times. And it's so confusing because they apologized to each other and got down to an understanding, and then it got to this point with Raja where he wanted to get his get back. And a lot of people are saying in the comment sections, well, he hit him with a beer can first, so he got his get back. But in my opinion, even if the apology didn't happen and he wanted to get in there, I feel like he should have been settled with slamming him on his head and knocking him out cold. And maybe even following up with like 1 or 2 shots. But damn, not even in MMA do you hit that many times when somebody's down. I mean, yeah, usually a ref pulls you off. But damn, after you beat somebody down that bad, you gotta realize, hey, this motherfucker's stiff. He's nearly dead. Maybe I don't hit him anymore. Some people people are saying he's seen red and he's like a big baby that can control his emotions. I promise you, he's an MMA fighter. He's gotta have some part of his brain that knew what he was doing, which is even worse, really and truly. No referee jumped in to help him. No other wrestlers jumped in to help him. And they let this poor pro wrestler get the shit beat out of him and snot kicked. So everyone is also concerned that Raja is probably going to get charged with something. It's up to the pro wrestler if he wants to charge him. And I don't know. If I were the fucking pro wrestler and I got hit that many times, I'd probably want to charge him. So maybe Raja's going to go to jail, which would suck. But at the same time, I don't know. People keep saying that his career is ruined, but you got to think. The fucking UFC has John Jones, it has Conor, it's had Tony Ferguson. All these people are mentally ill people that have like hit their wives or done some crazy shit, and yeah, it maybe wouldn't have been on film, but they've still done it, and you know they've done it. I don't think MMA organizations really care. I don't think they care about your previous record, even if it's on footage or not. Now, his support and his fans and all that may go down, but I'll tell you what it ain't going to do. It ain't going to stop him from having any opportunity in the MMA, because if they'll allow them other motherfuckers in, they'll definitely allow Raja in. Is what he did right in any way, shape, or form? No, I think it was very, very overkill, and I think it's absolutely insane. Do I think that he's insane himself? No. All humans make mistakes. He's just human, and he made a really, really bad mistake. That was probably one of the most brutal videos, though, I've probably ever seen. Like, in a long time, at least. Like, I've seen some bad videos on the internet, but that was a rough one, dude. That was a really rough one. And I just don't understand why he had to follow up so much. It's disappointing. It's more disappointing than anything else. But again, you got to admit, the kid just had a real fucked up situation to be in. He just got done having that dude in sparring hit him and kind of do that and disrespect him in that way. And then this pro wrestler disrespects him by, again, hitting the beer can on him. Even though they got to an understanding, he did have the beer can hit against his head, which is that's assault, technically speaking, if we're looking book to book. But they did apologize, and even if you eliminate that from it, he should not have followed up so many times. After he slammed and knocked him out, he should have hit him another time, but that shouldn't have never happened. And it's the ref's fault for not jumping in and stopping that shit, and or the other pro wrestler that's in the ring for taking so long and letting Raja follow up with another 20 fucking haymakers that he was throwing as hard as he could. Like, yes, it's Raja's fault that it happened, but so much other stuff also took effect that just, oh my God, man. It was such an unfortunate event to see unfold. Something that I keep seeing over and over and over on the internet is that Raja is this just insane person that has no self-control and should be locked away like an animal. And I'm going to be honest. Yeah, is it crazy what he did? Absolutely. But you also got to think in the mind of the shit that he's went through as far as training goes. You're told, 1, to defend yourself at all times, and 2, follow up with as many shots until the ref pulls you off. That's what MMA is. I mean, 90% of the time, you've seen them follow up on some fucking stiff knockouts, but there's always a ref there to pull them off. Now, Raja, yeah, not in the right. Absolutely abysmal what he did. But he's an MMA fighter. They're supposed to follow up with shots until a ref pulls them off. So it's Raja's fault, but it's also the fucking ref's fault and the wrestler that was in there with the other wrestler. It's terrible. The only person that wasn't at fault in that fucking ring was the wrestler that got knocked out because he just thought he was building animosity for a fight, took the beer can, blah, blah, blah. That's just a part of their work. That's they're fucking wrestlers, man. It's a gig and an entertainment thing. He's trying to build animosity and entertain people. When he realized that Raja was an MMA fighter and wasn't actually that kind of part of the wrestling, he calmed the fuck down and apologized like 2 or 3 times. That's the only man that's not at fault. And I hate that everyone acts like it's just Raja that's in the fucking problem there. Because if I was this guy, if I was a pro wrestler that got fucking slammed and knocked out, I would be looking up going, hey, ref, what the fuck were you doing in there for it all? Or other wrestler that I was fighting. You know, most likely they're friends. What the fuck were you doing? Were you not going to defend me and make sure I'm safe? I'd be mad at everybody. I'd be mad at Raja for fucking following up so many times. I'd be mad at the ref for not getting him off of me. And I'd be mad at the other fucking wrestler for not getting him off me sooner. That's what I don't understand is no one's talking about the underlying issue here of there's so many other issues that come into play. And I think even if you're an MMA fighter, whatever, you still should have self-control and not follow up that many times. But still, I'm just saying, the shit happened. There's nothing you can do. Everyone makes mistakes. Raja made a massive mistake. The other wrestler made a massive mistake. The fucking ref made a massive mistake. The only one that didn't really make a mistake, other than that beer can, was the pro wrestler that got knocked out. Do I think Raja is absolutely insane? Like, really? After watching it as many times as I have? It's pretty fucking rough to say no. Hard to say yeah. Big fan of him. I like his streams. I've watched him fight a few times. Real big fan of his dad. But even his dad was like, yeah, that's not cool. That was bad. If you have any opinions down below, please be kind when you share them. I don't mind having a discussion in the comment section. I hope we all have a good time talking about it. Even though I hate that this shit happened. I wish we didn't have to talk about it. It always feels scummy talking about shit like this because it feels like I'm thriving from other people's mistakes. That doesn't feel right. I don't like that shit. So let's not give anybody any hate, regardless if it be Raja, if it be damn whatever. And you know what I mean? Let's just keep it all respectful and we're allowed to talk about it because it's up in the air. But I don't want to thrive off this shit either. This is not a good thing that happened. We shouldn't be happy. Nobody should be glooting or glouting or whatever. But you also shouldn't wish on the downfall and the death of him for no reason and whatever, however. It's all over, but we can talk about it because it happened. Anyways, keep it respectful. That's really it. All I have for this video. Prayers go out to the pro wrestler that got hurt. Prayers go out for Raja. I hope he figures that shit out, and I hope like no more mistakes and whatever else, and I hope he doesn't get his life ruined for no reason. I mean, well, there is a reason. Hope Rampage Jackson, you're doing good too. I know it's probably fucking stressful to see your son be in some deep shit like that. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. So until next time.